A new independent pediatric practice has opened up in the area, and we have two of the practitioners with us here today, Dr. Jennifer Jones-Dees and Dr. Jessica Kuhn. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, well, first, we're talking about a new practice. We're not talking about new doctors because Dr. Jones-Dees, I've obviously visited with you on this show and we have a history. So let's talk a little bit about the history and experience you guys have and why you decided to make the move.
Yeah, so I can give you a little bit of info on that. We both have been practicing together for about 15 years, and we both are in pediatrics and see patients from infant to 21. We have just decided that we wanted to pursue more patient-centered care, and we really want to be able to take our time with our patients and focus on our patients and not just the problems.
Okay, I love that. And as a parent of two little girls, well checks are important. And having that relationship with your pediatrician is so important. So you kind of touched on that, but talk a little bit about your love. It's not just a job for you guys. When we're talking about being pediatricians, how important is it to have a relationship with the kids and the families that you treat?
That's one thing that was really important to both of us. And we really that's been a kind of a going point for both of our practices since we started. And we were really finding that in the large healthcare systems, we were being driven by other means. And so we were feeling a little rushed, a little unable to kind of give the care that we wanted to provide our kids. And so just with some discussion and some meetings with the team here at IMA, we had this opportunity to come on over and be able to do those kinds of things. So we're so excited to be here and be up and running.
Okay, so can you explain a little bit of the background on IMA, where it is, who they are, and because, change sometimes is a little scary for families, and especially for moms and dads, but maybe they don't need to be?
So IMA is an independent practice here in Fargo. It's located just on the corner of 45th Street and 32nd Avenue, right across from the new Mexican Village in South Fargo. And they traditionally have been internal medicine, and now we're adding some new interesting things. They have a podiatrist coming, and I believe they will be having also a surgeons coming on, and then Jennifer and I are joining as pediatric team, and so we're excited to add children to our practice.
What do parents need to know if they want to make the move? Do they need to be worried about insurance? Do they need to be worried about changing and losing records with their children if they were at one of the other, major healthcare systems? What do they need to know?
It should be a pretty seamless transition. We do have to abide by the HIPAA healthcare laws, which means that parents will have to sign for records release at the old facility, and then that facility can send over here. Other than that, IMA does take all insurances, and so we're working, really hard to get patients in and get them comfortable right away. So for most people, it's going to be a seamless transition. Some may have insurances that require them to switch at a different time of the year, just by the way that their insurance is set up, but should be an option for them when that time comes. They just need to contact their insurance provider to find out. But we're in the independent network and currently accepting all insurances.
And no one could predict we'd be in the situation that we're in right now, but we have to talk a little bit about the coronavirus crisis and talking about whether your child is ill and needs to see a doctor right away, or like I mentioned, well checks. We're moving into summer, but soon it'll be a new school year, immunizations. There are so many things that you need to see a doctor for, but people don't really want to go out and they don't want to go into clinics and hospitals right now.
So that's a great question. Recently, just last week, actually, the American Academy of Pediatrics released a statement saying that children who are due for well visits and vaccinations with those well visits should be seen. And so we are really encouraging families who have children that are due for immunizations or vaccines or need catch-up immunizations or vaccines to come into the clinic for the well visit with those immunizations. Additionally, we do have some features in place, so there is little to no wait time when you come into the clinic and check in, you are taken right back to a patient room, which is great. So just little contact. You're offered a mask when you come in if you'd like to wear a mask. The cleaning process has really been ramped up since this pandemic has been around. And so I feel like there are a lot of different pieces in place that really keep it safe, so that if your child is ill, they're able to come in and it's safe. We also have built into our practice what we call acute care spots for kids that are sick, that we can see them the day of. So that's been a nice little addition that we've been able to build into our practice as well.
Okay, so we're out of time, but quickly tell us, you told us your location just off of 45th Street and 32nd Avenue. How do people get a hold of you or get more information if they want to make an appointment?
They can call 701-280-2033, or they can look us up online at imahealthcare.com.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. Of course, as moms, our kids remain our number one priority, COVID or not. So it was a great visit with you guys today. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.
Stay with us. Coming up next here on North Dakota Today, we have some more great interviews.